Hello there.
This is Elvis, the ultimate fan channel, the global Elvis community fan channel.
It certainly is. The global Elvis community channel. And you should be so proud of yourselves for the support that you give to Elvis. Hello, good evening. Welcome once again to Elvis, the Ultimate Fan Channel. I do hope you're well. I was enjoying watching Rick's A to Z live stream. I don't know whether he's finished or not, but obviously I had to come away to do this show. And I hope I find you well. I know there's a lot of people out there actually that are getting very cold weather, very snowy weather. Thankfully, at the moment, it's not too bad in Ireland where I live. Mild, a little bit wet, a little bit overcast, but hey, yes. Vincenzo, Steve, Elvis looks like he's sticking his tongue out at you. Yes, he does. I like that one. I did that background a couple of weeks ago, and I thought I'd reintroduce it. So I do hope we're all well. The topic tonight, as you can see, will be the top 10 movie songs, Elvis movie songs. I actually saw somebody type into the chat earlier on, Old MacDonald. I can assure you that in my top 10 is not Old MacDonald. There might be a few surprises. I'll be looking forward to your top 10 or at least your top 1 or 2 or 3. I wouldn't expect you to give me your whole top 10, but if you do want to ring in later and give me what your top Elvis movie song is, that would be great. Your show brightens up my Sunday, Steve. Thanks, Brian. I know exactly what you mean. Thank you very, very much. Not everybody will get that joke, but if you're a Manchester United supporter or a football supporter, then you will get that joke. Right, now, where are we? We're going to be doing This Day in Elvis History. I've got a great poll for you, and it was supplied by Dylan. Thanks, Dylan, for supplying this idea for a poll. Underrated Elvis song. A song I wish Elvis had recorded. Caption the photo, smoking hot photo. You can, of course, ring me later on the number on the screen. +353 if you're outside of Ireland. What else? And also, if you follow me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, you can ring me on Messenger or WhatsApp. So, and of course, you can join the call-in queue now on Discord. Discord, we have a lot of members on Discord. So if they want to use the call-in facility, they can do that by clicking the call-in. And if you haven't signed up yet for Discord, I've put a link down below for Discord. Right. But before we do anything else, we always kick off with this.
Hidden Elvis. Clue number 1.
Yes, Hidden Elvis, clue number 1. I see Vincenzo says, Steve, you should interview Annette Day, who was in double trouble. Well, let me tell you that I did get contact details for her through a newspaper in England, because she actually lives in Shropshire, England, I believe. And I asked the newspaper to contact her and ask would she agree to an interview, and unfortunately she declined. She doesn't really seek the limelight, and it was her one and only film, believe it or not. Double Trouble was her one and only movie. I would love to speak to Annette Day. If there's anybody that knows Annette and can put a word in for me, please do, because Annette has kind of disappeared into the background when it comes to Elvis co-stars. Right, so Hidden Elvis, clue number 1 is fourth. Okay, that's the letter 4 and then TH, fourth. Okay, now we do a fan of the month quiz, and that's what we're going to do. And as I said in the trailer and my little call to action yesterday, that we had so much fun last week with the Complete the Elvis lyrics that we're going to do another round of Complete the Elvis lyrics. there is a prize for the Fan of the Month every month, and I think December's winner was Dylan and November's was Susan. I haven't got around yet to sorting out your prizes, but I will, Dylan, and I will, Susan, I promise, this week. Anyway, very, very simple. I read out a line from an Elvis song, and you have to supply the next line. Now, I see Chris R is in the building, and she says, better keep my eyes peeled. She's helping me moderate, as is Dave as well, Arkansas Dave. Thanks very much, guys, for helping me out. I'm going to say that if you can give a thumbs up for this video, it would be I would be most grateful. And I always say it's not a thumbs up for me, it's a thumbs up for Elvis. So if everybody watching this live and everybody watching this on playback gives it a thumbs up, then that's a lot of likes for Elvis, and it will keep Elvis's name and legacy going, which is what this is all about. Now, here we go. Number 1. All that I want is to be near to you. All that I want is to be near to you. Do you know Steve Elvis bought a car for Annette Day? He certainly did. Okay. So, can you give me the next line? All that I want is to be near to you. Dylan says, I know the song, but not the next line. Yeah, John was close, but I've got to say, I think it looks like Timothy Lee is the first one, because it's to spend my life making it clear to you. Yeah, a lot of people are saying making it clear to you, but the full line is to spend my life making it clear to you. And Dave and Chris have both agreed, I'm going to go for green tonight, folks, that it is Timothy. Well done, Timothy. And of course, you get the rock and roll jingle.
I was in tanks for a long time, you see. They rock and roll quite a bit.
Okay, yes. So that's all that I am. And it's all that I want is to be near to you, to spend my life making it clear to you. Now, guys, moderators, you're going, well done, Timothy. Guys, you're going to have to be on the ball now, because people are really, really, really going to get this one. This is quite a popular Elvis song. 9 and 9 make 14, 4 and 4 make 9. Now, there you are. That's me. Okay, now I took my eyes off the prize there. Sing it, Steve. No. Has anybody got it right yet? And I missed. Sorry about this. I've got technical difficulties with my screen. Okay, there you are. Now, did I miss who got it right first? They are leaving out the second part. Yeah, okay. All right. I want the whole line. Nine and 9 make 14. 4 and 4 make 9. Okay, yeah, Ruth, the clock is striking 13. I think I've lost my mind. Yeah. Hello, Helen. Yeah, Banjo Paul got in just after Ruth. But, okay, here we go. So Ruth gets this.
I was in tanks for a long time, you see. They rock and roll quite a bit.
Well done, Ruth. Obviously, I got to know. 9 and 9 make 14, 4 and 49. The clock is striking 13. I think I lost my mind. And that's what we were looking for. We were looking for the I think I've lost my mind bit as well. Okay, because that's what I have on the sheet. Now, number 3. Ain't you glad that you found out? Oh, yeah. Ain't you glad that you found out? That I'm the marrying kind. Okay. Ain't you glad that you found out? Brian says, what the world is all about. Is this going to be the week I finally stump you? I'm determined to do... Oh, as soon as I say that, somebody gets it up. What the clam is all about. Pat Shepherd, I believe. And Dave says, yeah, Pat Shepherd. Well done. Yeah, do the clam. Pat Shepherd. Well done, Pat. You obviously get this.
I was in tanks for a long time, you see. They rock and roll quite a bit.
I think I might change that next week. Tanya says, I got it first. Okay, well, let's have a look. You put what clam bake is all about. Unfortunately, I can't give you that, Tanya. I'm sorry about that. I have to be quite strict on that. Okay, now, number 4. Since I've met this blessed Savior. Now, what do you think that one? Fabulous track. Absolutely fabulous track. This, I think I found Dylan's weakness. Since I've met this blessed Savior. Since I met my baby, says Tracy Heenan. Yeah, John Rowley was just beaten to it by Sally Billing, because it is Since He's Cleansed and Made Me Whole. Of course, He Touched Me. That's the song. So it's Sally. Well done, Sally. Sally Billing. Okay. Now.
I was in tanks for a long time, you see. They rock and roll quite a bit.
Banjo says that was a hard one. Yeah, I suppose it is quite a hard one. There's a lot of lyrics to He Touched Me. So, and it's not always easy to remember some of the spiritual ones and the gospel songs. So, Amanda Acuna. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you. Now, yes, this is a tricky one as well. This might sort out a few people, and it is so. Please don't take advantage. So please don't take advantage. Amanda, you have a very eye-catching text. There's a little red face before hello. Hello to you. So please don't take advantage. Somebody's got it. Well done. It's the winner of either November or December's fan of the month. I can't remember, but it's Susan. Well done, Susan. 'Cause you know my love is true. And it's I Beg of You. That's the song, I Beg of You. Well done, Susan.
I was in tanks for a long time, you see. They rock and roll quite a bit.
And last but not least, Dave says, way to go, Susan. I've got to say that before I arrived, I saw you go away. That's the sixth and final lyric. Before I arrived, I saw you go away. Probably my favorite song off that album. I need the full 7 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. Banjo Paul says, I need to stop singing my own words. I like it. If you don't know the words, you normally make them up, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's Susan again. Yeah. Although Brian and Ruth are all coming in now as well. Manfred, yeah, with another guy, John Rowley. It was actually Susan again with another guy, A Tear Filled My Eye, Thinking About You. Yes, Susan. Well done, Susan. You get this.
I was in tanks for a long time, you see. They rock and roll quite a bit.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that, I must admit, doing Fan of the Month quiz, Complete the Lyrics, round 2. I wonder what I'll do next week. I haven't done Backward Elvis for a while, have I? Maybe I'll do Backward Elvis or Mystery Voice. You never know. You never know what I might think up during the week. Okay. Chris says, well done, everyone. Yes. Dylan says, well, that went well. Yeah. Dylan, not your strong point, unfortunately, was it? Yeah, I seem to have found a weakness, young man. I didn't think I'd find a weakness in you, but it looks like I have. Now, I've been looking forward to this. I think this came about when I made a remark about top songs or how good some of the songs were in Elvis movies. And I said, why don't I list out my 10 favourite Elvis movie songs? And wouldn't it be fun? And I thought, right. So I sat down sort of in the middle of this week just gone, and it took me 2 or 3 days. I didn't take it lightly, and it wasn't easy to do either. I mean, you know, you've got 31 movies, and then you've got an average of sort of 10 or 11 songs per movie. There's a lot of songs in there, and I don't know whether you'll actually agree with my selection. If not, you can tell me. And yeah, even if you're watching on playback, you can leave your your 10 or your 5 or your number 1 in the comments, because I'd love to see them. I really would love to see them, because it's always very sort of selective. It's all a matter of opinion. That's what I'm really saying. A matter of opinion, subjective. Okay, here we go. Top 10 movie songs. I'm going to count down from number 10 to number 1. And the first one is Hard Luck by Ben Weissman, Sid Wayne, recorded for the motion picture Frankie and Johnny, May 13th, 1965 at Radio Recorders in Hollywood. It's a lovely bluesy song. Great back in with a harmonica. Elvis puts his heart and soul into it, and he does sound like he's enjoying singing it. And that made the top 10. It just snuck in at number 10. Number 9. This is going to surprise some people that it's only number 9, and that is Jailhouse Rock. Written by, obviously, Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. Recorded April the 30th, 1957 at Radio Recorders. Again, you'll find me telling you a lot of the times that this was recorded at Radio Recorders, because that's where a lot of the movie soundtracks were recorded. Obviously, it's the title track of Elvis's second movie. Great movie, but as far as I'm concerned, it's only good enough for number 9. That's, again, subjective, my own personal opinion. Number 8, I Need Somebody to Lean On. Yes. Now, Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann, recorded for the motion picture Viva Las Vegas, July 10th, 1963, at Radio Recorders, Hollywood. And of course, it's that wonderful bar scene where he's going in. It's a late night bar scene. It looks like it's the early hours of the morning. And it's so well shot. And also, I noticed this years and years and years and years and years ago. It's all done in one take as well. And I love the bit where he's silhouetted and then the spotlight goes on him and he starts singing the next verse. I just love it. And I put that at number 8 for I Need Somebody to Lean On. I see a few suggestions in the chat already. And yeah, some people are going to be actually quite surprised. Number 7. So Close, Yet So Far from Paradise. Yes, Joy Byers, and recorded for the motion picture Harem Scarum, February 25th, 1965, at RCA Studio B in Nashville. No, they didn't use Radio Recorders for Harem Scarum. Okay, the movie isn't what anyone would call a classic. Even Elvis said he was disappointed in it. But for me, So Close is a belter of a song, and Elvis gave it his all. So that came in at number 7. Okay? Anybody surprised yet that I put So Close Yet So Far from Paradise in my top 10? Let me have a look to see. Brent Elvis Nation says, it is truly amazing, but I don't know whether he's replying to So Close Yet So Far. Is anybody surprised that I've put that? No, Chris R says, no, Steve, because it's a great song. Hum a few bars. Okay. Yeah. Gabby, I love Close Yet So Far. I love the scene too. And of course, Elvis looks so handsome in Harem Scarum, you know, as the shake and everything like that. Yeah. Okay, it's the turban, Steve, yeah. Okay, so here we go. That was number 7. Number 6, They Remind Me Too Much of You. Written by Don Robertson and recorded for the 1963 MGM motion picture It Happened at the World's Fair. September the 22nd, 1962. Yes, Radio Recorders. One Broken Heart for Sale, coupled with They Remind Me Too Much of You, was released as an advance single from the movie on January the 29th, 1963. The single, unfortunately, was a relative failure. According to the Elvis Presley official website, it was the first regularly scheduled Elvis single not to reach the top 10 in the United States, which prompted RCA to scale back the packaging and retail price of the accompanying soundtrack album, whose sales would be only a little more than half of those of Girls, Girls, Girls. I also remember another comment about It Happened at the World's Fair as well, how short it was. The album, the running length, it was something like 21 minutes, 22 minutes, which is very, very, very short for an album. So there you are. Now, that was number 6. Number 5. Yes. Who Are You? Who Am I? Ben Weissman and Sid Wayne, recorded for the movie Speedway, June 20th, 1967, on the MGM soundstage in Hollywood. I adore this song, and it's made all the better by probably the most sultry, sexiest saxophone you're ever likely to hear, played, of course, by the fantastic Boots Randolph. So that came in at number 5. And number 6, I saw this actually in the comments a few minutes ago. King of the Whole Wide World came in at number 4. Okay, written by Bob Roberts and Ruth Batchelor. Recorded October 27th, 1961 at Radio Recorders for the motion picture Kid Galahad. Yeah. Elvis and the band put a lot of effort into recording King of the Whole Wide World, racking up over 30 takes during the recording session. And I just love it. It's just one of those that gets me singing every time I hear it. I try and copy Elvis when he does the come on and sing bit, King of the Whole Wide World is a fabulous song. Hey Cupid, where are you? Thanks, Ian. Yes, Steve, King of the Whole Wide World is definitely a top 10. Well, as I say, this is all subjective. I'm wondering now, there's quite a few people actually agreeing with me on some of these. Now, another one I saw in the comments, and number 3 is Crawfish, written by Fred Wise, lyrics, Ben Weissman music, and recorded as a duet with the jazz singer Kitty White, and Elvis on January 15th, 1958. Here's an interesting point. British musician and frontman of the band The Clash, Joe Strummer, described Crawfish as on his radio show as one of his favourite Elvis Presley songs. There you go. That's the British band The Clash. Now, we get to the top 2. Any guesses for what I've chosen for top number 2? Any guesses? I'll give you a clue, right? Okay. It's from GI Blues. Now, can anybody guess what I've picked as my second favourite movie song from GI Blues? This will be interesting. Oh, look at that. Brent says Pocket Full of Rainbows. Banjo says Pocket Full of Rainbows. Ian says Doing the Best I Can. Wooden Heart. Definitely not. No, definitely not. John says Pocket Full of Rainbows. Rebel Vegan says Wooden Heart. Chris says, yep. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you've said Pocket Full of Rainbows, you are correct. Because number 2, written by Fred Wise and Ben Weissman, is Pocket Full of Rainbows. Recorded on May 6th, 1960 for the Elvis movie G.I. Blues. In the movie, Juliet Prowse, who lip-synced to Lulie Jean Norman's voice, can be seen singing along with Elvis in the cable car with the German landscape as a rear projection behind them. Okay, so that isn't actually her voice on the movie. It's Lulie Jean Norman, and that comes in at number 10. So we have reached it. We have reached my own personal favourite of all the movie songs that Elvis recorded between 1956 and 1969. What is it going to be? I've taken my drum roll off my sounds pad at the moment, so I'll just have to go. Susan says yoga is as yoga does. Banjo says not easy to choose. No, it isn't. It isn't. Viva Las Vegas. Ruth says City by Night. Beach Shack. Yeah, well, yeah. Guilty Pleasure Beach Shack, actually. Queenie Wahine. Can't Help Falling in Love. Change of Habit. Do the Clam. Yes, No Room to Rumba in a Sports Car. A little less conversation. All right. Okay. One person actually said this. It's City by Night. Bill Giant, Bernie Baum, Florence Kay. Recorded June 30th, 1966 at good old Radio Recorders for the motion picture Double Trouble. Yes. The fantastic trombone played by Richard Knoll, the smoky atmosphere setting of the club, Elvis's fantastic vocal performance, which climaxes with the yeah at the end, at the very end. This makes it my number 1 Elvis movie song. What would your number 1 Elvis movie song be? The month... and here's a little bit of trivia for you. I know some of you will know this, but if there's just one person out there that doesn't know this, then I feel my mission is accomplished. A month after Elvis recorded his vocal, that fantastic vocal, on July 14th, City by Night was treated to some overdubs. One of those was the bass overdub and played by none other than Jerry Sheff, future member of Elvis's live band. There you go. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you knew that, but in case you didn't, there you go. Elvis Nation says Jerry Sheff. Correct. I knew you'd know that, Brent. I knew you'd know that. Although Dylan says did not know that. There you go. Yeah. So Dylan didn't know it. I feel that I've accomplished something tonight. My mission is accomplished. Now we have to move on, and we have to. I hope you enjoyed that, by the way, because as much as I enjoyed compiling it, and my goodness me, it was not easy. So that's it. My all-time number one, City by Night. And you know, it's like everything else. You know, if you're asked to give your favorite Elvis song, you think you've landed on it, and then a couple of weeks later you think, oh no, but hang on. You ask me in a few weeks, will it still be City by Night? I have no idea. Anyway, we have to do this.
Hidden Elvis. Clue number 2.
Okay, so clue number 2 of the Hidden Elvis is 2 recording sessions. 2 recording sessions. Alrighty? That's the Hidden Elvis. Now, what have we got to do here? I'll tell you what we have to do. I have to play a jingle. And the jingle is...
It's time once again for Dylan's Elvis Tale.
Yes, there you have it. It's time for Elvis's Dylan's Tale. And are you there, Dylan?
No, I'm not. I've gone away.
And where have you gone to?
I've gone to Timbuktu.
Is it because you had such a poor round this week on the quiz?
I am going in permanent hiding. I should be ashamed of myself.
No. I mean, listen, you can't know everything. I was surprised I found your weak spot.
And you know what the most embarrassing thing about that is? I sing a lot of those songs, so that's even more embarrassing.
Yeah, but when you just hear somebody saying them, not singing them or anything like that, just cold like that, then you know it's a whole different ball game. It really is. I was just thinking, shall we do the poll before we get to the tale?
Yes, because the poll is connected to the tale. So that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, I'm going to show you a picture, and it's this. It's very, very simply the Cisco Kid jumpsuit. Do you prefer the blue, the red, the green, or the black and white? And I'm going to start that poll now. That should come up. Yes, it has. It's come up on the chat, and that's basically what it is: the blue, the red, the green, or the black and white. So you can vote away to your heart's content. Now, young man, what would you like to do? What would you like to do?
The tale.
Okay, let's do the tale then.
Okay, so the Cisco Kid is, I'm pretty sure, pretty famous amongst Elvis fans. And as mentioned, there's the black and red, there's black and blue, there's plenty of different colours. However, there is a colour combination that might not be very well known. So I thought I would bring it to everybody's attention. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got the pictures.
Yeah, I'm putting the 2 pictures you gave me now on the screen, yeah.
Okay. So the first one, which is the clear one, is him in 1974. And he's wearing the lilac and blue Cisco Kid vest. But what people might not know is that wasn't a first-time rodeo. Because 3 years earlier, in fact on August 12th, 1971 to be precise, he wore it on stage. And that is what the second photo is.
Yeah.
Wearing it on stage. Now, it's not very clear.
No, unfortunately, it's quite a poor photograph. But you can make it out. I mean, you can make it out, yeah.
Yeah, and so I just thought, you know what? Let's try and see if people either know about this or don't know about this. And if they don't know, then fantastic. And if they do, then also fantastic.
It was called Lilac, wasn't it?
Yeah, the lilac and blue Cisco.
And how many times did he wear it, I wonder?
To my... in the database that I've got, there's only one date.
Right. One
which is
date.
August 12th.
August
Yeah,
12th.
August 12th.
August 12th, 1971, yeah?
Yeah. Which
Wow.
is exactly the year anniversary of that fantastic show he did exactly the year before, August 12th, 1970. Very nice.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so if I asked you to vote, which is your favorite Cisco jumpsuit, Cisco Kid jumpsuit, blue, red, green, or black and white?
The green, because I had one.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the green. And I think I do have my top 10 list, actually.
Oh, yeah. Great. You've actually got a 10. You've got 10, have you?
I've got 10.
Right. So you can go down from 10 to 1 then.
Not in order.
Oh, no. Well, go on then. Go on.
I've got Change of Habit.
Okay.
What a Wonderful Life. So Close Yet So Far from Paradise.
Ha. Same as me.
Yeah. Doing the Best I Can.
Okay.
Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Home Is Where the Heart Is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many is that now? That's...
Didn't count them. All I know is you've only agreed with me on one so far, believe it or not.
Yeah. And then another one, I would probably say, actually, and this might surprise a few people, Queenie Whitey's Goodbye.
You put that in there for a joke.
No. Nope. I
Okay.
genuinely think it's a great song.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, like I say, I mean, it's all subjective and everybody is entitled, but I thought you'd put that in there as a joke, sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
You know the reason why I put it in there?
Yeah, go on.
The musicianship.
Oh, well, having to get faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Back in those days, there was no in-ear monitors, right? So the drummer had to do that just by ear.
Yeah.
And he could have easily just gone on and on and on and on, but he didn't. He kept a perfect tempo. And that is, trust me, from personal experience, that is hard.
Yeah. Elvis had a lot of trouble actually recording it, didn't he? He got his tongue tied quite a lot because he was getting very, very fast at the end. So anyway, Queenie Wahine isn't your number one though, is it?
No.
Go on, what's your number one?
Got a lot of living to do.
Got a lot of living to do. Oh yeah, and what a great sequence it is as well in the movie.
Yep. My favourite is the first sequence.
It's funny actually, a couple of the ones you mentioned I actually agonized over. Angel was one of them. Angel nearly made it. I Got Lucky was another one that nearly made it. Follow That Dream was one, I had to ditch a lot. I really did because I tried to keep it to 10. Yeah, so there you are.
People will say Can't Help Falling in Love, but for me, I like it.
You've still got that cough, have you?
Yeah, I like Hawaiian Sunset.
Oh yeah, Hawaiian Sunset's another good one. Okay, I'll let you go and get a drink of water anyway.
Thank you.
And we've now got to play out as well on your jingle as well. So I did this yesterday. Yeah. So talk to you next week.
All right, see you later.
Cheers. Bye.
Join us again next week for another Dylan's Elvis tale.
But there you go. What do you think of that? I like it. So, I've seen a lot of people suggesting other songs as well. It's funny that Dylan only crossed swords with me on one of them, which was So Close Yet So Far from Paradise. Let's have a look. We've got Vincenzo here. Hi, Vincenzo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Which is your favorite Cisco Kid jumpsuit?
I like the blue one.
You like the blue one? Oh, because Dylan was picking the green. It'll be interesting to see what the votes are actually, because they're all lovely. I think they're all lovely.
Yeah.
So, and what about the number one movie song? Which is yours?
I would have put "Bash It Over, Baby" on the list because I became a fan of after watching Fun in Acapulco.
Oh right. So what was the song again?
Huh?
What was the song?
I would have put "Can't Help Falling in Love" at number one.
Oh, okay. Right. Fair enough. Okay. Cheers, Vincenzo. All the best. Bye bye. Okay. I couldn't quite make out what what he actually said there. Actually, does anybody know what he said? It sounded like he said "fun in Acapulco." Sounds like he's in a tunnel. Yeah, but did anybody figure out what he said was his number one? Bossa Nova Baby. Yes. Okay, I couldn't quite catch what he said. I heard the word baby, but I didn't hear Bossa Nova Baby. Bossa Nova Baby actually is another one I agonized over. So yeah, not easy to do. Okay, there's something here, and I'm not sure why that's covering it. Okay, right. So let me see. Right. I do see Brent wants to speak to me. So, hi, Brent.
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
You know what? My brain is lit right now. I love these kind of discussions because everybody comes from such a different place.
Well, as I said earlier on, it's subjective, isn't it?
That is correct. And I'll run through my quick 10.
Great.
The first 9 can be in any order, but my 10th one is kind of one that I don't think anyone in the world would pick. But I have Girls, Girls, Girls. I have Trouble, Let Yourself Go, Let Us Pray, Adam and Evil, Margarita, So Close Yet So Far from Paradise, Today, Tomorrow, and Forever, Edge of Reality, and then my number one is Golden Coins. I know no one is picking that one for number one. But I just love it.
Brilliant. And also, Let Yourself Go was one it nearly made my list. It nearly did. And you know something? Now, you've crossed swords with me on So Close Yet So Far as well. That says a lot about that song, I think.
Well, you know what I find interesting is when I do request specials on the Elvis Music Show, invariably, every time I do an episode, someone picks that one out of all the other soundtrack songs.
Yeah, yep. and probably one of the weakest movies he made, and yet it's probably got one of the strongest movie songs on.
Also, honorable mention: Summer Kisses, Winter Tears.
Yes. I was thinking of doing maybe ones that nearly made it in. I thought, no, I'm going to leave it just to the 10. And what about the jumpsuit? Which one is your favorite color?
I gotta go with my man Dylan there, green.
Right, okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, very good Elvis tale today. But we do want Dylan to get better, and I'm always on him about seeing a doctor. He could vouch for that. I'm like, you see a doctor, dude.
Yeah,
so,
that cough is holding on quite a while, isn't it?
Well, I think sometimes what happens is after you're initially sick, you can have a lingering cough for a little bit because if your bronchioles and all that became that inflamed to begin with, even after like the viral or bacterial activity has subsided, you still have the inflammation after effect for a while.
Yeah, I hope he does go to the doctor anyway. Okay,
you're sounding better.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, I'm a lot better, thankfully. Yeah, but it took me a while as well, and my voice didn't sound right for a long time afterwards. So, like you say, I think the inflammation kind of hangs on for a while afterwards, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It does, because picture like if you set something on fire. Okay, because that's what inflammation is. Yeah, it's an incendiary kind of thing. The effects of it, you know, you could put out the fire, but you still see the smoke lingering. The damage is still done. So the repair is going to take a while. Yeah. And I will say this, though. I listened to Rick today, and I know you guys are two different shows, but together, you guys are the freaking NFL of Sunday with Elvis, because this is like the great doubleheader kind of thing that everybody is just totally loving. And I was listening to Rick in the background there while I was getting ready to do this show, and it was a really good show. Yeah, so I agree with you. So anybody, if you haven't listened to Elvis A to Z, please do. He does a Sunday live as well, just before this one actually. He tries not to step on my toes, but hey, if he does, he does. I don't care, you know. And as content creators, it's funny because sometimes people, when they collab with me and stuff, they go, "Is Sunday okay to do it?" I'm like, "No, that's my day to be just a fan and sit and enjoy the freaking ride."
I love your support. Thanks, Brent. Okay.
Right, thanks, man. See you later.
Cheers. Bye. Yeah. I mean, and also Elvis Nation as well. If you haven't listened to Brent's Elvis Nation, Check it out. Check it out. Right, we've got Tanya. Tanya. Hi, Tanya. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, all the best for speaking to you. How's things?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really, really well. So, where do you want to begin? Will we do the poll first, or?
Let's do the poll.
Okay. So, which is your favorite Cisco Kid jumpsuit?
I would say the red.
The red. Okay. All right. Actually, I think that's the first vote I've heard for the red. Actually.
The black and white one is, I can't really see it.
Well, it is just black and white. I mean, it's a black and white shot as well, but I know what you mean. Yeah, it's just a black and white shot. Did you get a chance to compile a top 10 Elvis movie song?
I can only think of one at the moment.
That's okay. What is your top number one Elvis movie song?
Yoga Does.
No, really? Yoga is as yoga does.
It's just cheesy.
Oh, it's very, very cheesy, very, very cheesy. It's funny watching him do all those things on the movie, trying to get his arms and his leg round his neck and everything like that. But that surprised me, I must admit. Now
I'm still trying to do the move where he puts his leg up there.
Yeah. Oh, that has surprised me now. Yoga is as yoga does. Your favorite. Yeah, it has. The only thing that would surprise me more is if somebody came on and said "Old MacDonald."
Yeah, that's a song.
Yeah.
It's very not for the children.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say?
I would like to say, with the international belt that he's wearing on the green suit.
Oh yes.
I actually held it in the
Arches
to Graceland Museum.
Yeah. I went to that as well. That was a great exhibition. That was really, really good. It was only supposed to last for a couple of months, and it went on for something like 14 or 15 months in the end, I think.
I wish it was there forever.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought the belt looked smaller than what I imagined, and I was even speaking to Rick about it, and he says he would do a bit of sort of investigative work, but I don't know. Maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me, but it did look smaller than I imagined.
On the picture there, it looks like it's as big as, I know, like a postcard or something.
Oh, bigger than a postcard, yeah. I mean, especially the buckle as well. And the buckle just didn't look as big as when I saw it. But then again, sometimes things look different when there's a picture taken of it than you see it in the flesh. It's the lens has kind of sort of distorted it a little bit or something. I don't know, but I don't know.
I think maybe it's the same when you take a picture of yourself or you're in the mirror or something. You look
different.
Bigger than.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Tanya.
I just one last thing.
Yes.
Is that like when you hold the belt, it feels like electricity just went right straight through you.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm sure you got goosebumps as well holding it. Did you?
Did you get that feeling?
Well, I didn't hold that. I didn't go for the VIP in the end. I just looked at it, but just seeing the stuff there, yeah, it gave me. It was very sort of gave me goosebumps. Seeing the Aloha from Hawaii suit and things like that, and other suits like the dragon suit and things like that, things I'd only ever seen him wearing in pictures. To see it in front of you there, it just, yeah, I agree. It was like electricity going through your body. Yeah.
You can see like animals around the gold.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, there's detail I hadn't seen before on the pictures when you saw it in the glass case. So
I have to send you my pictures of it, and then you can share it next week.
Yeah, do that by all means. Yeah, please do, because as fans, we're always interested in seeing other fans' pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Thanks, Tanya. All the best.
Thank you.
All right.
You
all
too.
The best. Bye. Bye.
Right.
So that was Tanya. Thanks very much for calling in. Thanks to all the callers. It looks like that's all the callers for this week. We will be going and closing the poll in a little while, but I will let it run on for a little bit more, because what is your favorite Cisco Kid jumpsuit? Is it the blue, the red, the green, or the black and white? Now, what have I got to do? I've got to do this.
It's time now for This Day in Elvis History.
I'll just take the poll off for a little while because I need to show you photographs of this day in Elvis history. And it's January 19th, 1955. Elvis, Scotty and Bill performed at the Community Center, Sheffield, Alabama. That day they recorded Shake, Rattle and Roll as a radio station acetate. Then I've got 1956, and I've got a picture. And it is Elvis performed at the Memorial Auditorium, Wichita Falls, Texas, at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. And that's a lovely looking building, isn't it? A really, really nice building. 1950, oh, hang on, there's another one. Oh yeah, there is Elvis actually on the stage of the Memorial Auditorium in Wichita Falls. 1957, I've got Elvis went into a Radio Recorders to work, yes, is that place again, to work on material for RCA. He completed the gospel EP and 3 additional album tracks. They worked from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. What did he do? I'll tell you what he did. He did It Is No Secret What God Can Do, 13 takes. Blueberry Hill, 9 takes. Have I Told You Lately That I Love You, 15 takes. Is It So Strange, 12 takes. 1958, we've got King Creole pre-production. 1959, we've got Vera and Elvis do a March of Dimes publicity shoot. Chikawa, I think her name was, wasn't it? Vera Chikawa. Elvis wrote a letter to the Colonel. He requested to arrange with RCA to put out a recorded message to his fans. What he wrote to Colonel was, I want to be able to thank them not only for buying my records and for their loyalty to me, but also for the help they have given me in deciding the kind of songs to sing. I'm deeply grateful to them, and I want them to know it. When I'm out of the army recording again, I will always listen to their ideas just as I did before. I just wanted to let my fans know how I feel. Sincerely, Elvis. Okay, and there's a lovely shot there of Elvis, March of the Dimes, and looking incredibly handsome as a soldier. And we've got 1960, military service in Germany. 1961, what's 1961? Are You Lonesome Tonight? Hit number 1 in the US and Wild in the Country production as well. 1961. Okay, what else have we got? 61B. There you go, Wild in the Country. 1969, Elvis is recuperating at Graceland from a cold and sore throat which had prevented him from attending recording sessions at Chip Moman's American Sound Recording Studios on the 16th through to the 20th. So he actually lost about 4 days nearly of recording at Chip's Moments in that January. I know he went back in again in February, but I'm pretty sure we would have got even more stunning cuts out of Elvis if he hadn't gone down with a cold and sore throat between the 16th and the 20th. 1970, Elvis is in rehearsals at the RCA studio, Hollywood, California, and there is a photograph of the building. 1972, the rehearsals began at the Las Vegas Hilton. Like before, there was some new songs included in the early rehearsals, but they were dropped again. Okay, I wish he'd have kept some of the songs in. Now we've got this.
Hidden Elvis, clue number 3.
Okay, Hidden Elvis, clue number 3, to go with the other two, which I'll just recap for you in case you missed them. Clue number 1 was fourth. Clue number 2 was what? Yeah, it was 2 recording sessions. And now, number 3, Hidden Elvis clue number 3 is a Jim Reeves session. Okay, and I'll be asking you to comment on the chat later on, and you can tell me what you think it is, the Hidden Elvis. Now, we move on, and we move on to a song I wish Elvis had recorded. And you can suggest your own you wish Elvis had recorded songs. You can send them to me, and I will choose one each week, and I will tell you all about it. And this one was suggested by April. April, thank you very much for sending this in, and thank you very much for all the support you give the channel. And it's Happy, Happy Birthday Baby. I know, wait for it. It's a 1957 song written by Margot Sylvia and Gilbert Lopez. Happy, Happy Birthday Baby was originally performed by the Tune Weavers, who had their only hit with this song. The inspiration for the song came from Margot's then boyfriend, Donald Clements, who was a member of the group called the Sophomores. When he broke up with her, Margot came up with the lyrics to express how she wanted to stay with him. Elvis's private recording of the song can be found on the album. Okay, here we go. On the album, Elvis, I think actually there's a few actually, but that's one of them. Elvis Off Duty and Private Home Recordings. Eddie Fadel Residence, Waco, Texas, May 1958. That's when these were recorded. This was before he was shipped out to Germany. April told me, a song I wish Elvis had sung live while at the piano or just recorded professionally when one of the band members had a birthday maybe. It would have been fun. I realized how the simple song lyrics, Elvis' musical genius. Elvis doesn't know the song lyrics, but apparently only the general song, but is able to work out the chords right away on the piano while learning singing the lyrics as someone, Eddie Fadel, feeds him the words to the song. It does sound like Eddie is telling him what the words are. Then they play the record, and Elvis decides to sing all the backup singers' parts, bass, tenor, soprano, do some beatboxing, scatting, and arranges the song the way he hears it in his head. Elvis says they should have had someone hold that note out in the end in the harmony. It would be real pretty. And then he holds that high note at the end for so long. Absolutely brilliant. That's what April says. So I'll put a link to Happy, Happy Birthday Baby in case you're unfamiliar with it, but I'm pretty sure most of you have heard the Elvis Off Duty or Elvis at Home or whatever. There's 3 or 4 different albums, and they all do those sort of private recordings. And they also include the ones done in, is it Rocker Place as well in 1966, and all the ones like that. So that's the one that April wished that Elvis had recorded. And as I say, you can actually send that in to me. You can send them in on Discord. You can send them in on, let's have a look. You can send them in on email, and you can send them in to me on Facebook Messenger as well, if you wish. Now, well, we've got to do this.
It's time now for Caption the Photo.
This is a very, very funny. I've seen these wallaby pictures for decades, but I thought I'd use one of them as a Caption the Photo. This was Elvis. Elvis was given this wallaby as a present while he was working on Jailhouse Rock. I think he eventually gifted it to Memphis Zoo. But these were the captions, some of the ones that got quite a few thumbs up but didn't quite get the top mark. And you ain't nothing but a what the heck is that? Well, it's a wallaby. You there, do you think they'll be talking about me when I'm 90? I told you before, lay off my blue suede shoes. A wallaby free like a bird in a tree. That's clever. But the winner, as voted for you, well, let's just start again. Winner as voted for by you with 26 likes. Well done. Bossa Nova Baby is Just Wallaby, Your Teddy Bear. I thought that was very, very clever. Just Wallaby, Your Teddy Bear. I thought that was really, really good. So congratulations, Bossa Nova Baby. And there'll be another Caption This photo next week to Caption. I'll normally put it on the community tab on Monday or Tuesday. So, let's see now. It looks like the voting has finished on the Cisco Kid. So I'm gonna reveal the winner of the poll, and right, it's what is your favorite Cisco jumpsuit? It is only just red, 32% like the red, then 30 like the blue, 21% green, and only 15 like the black and white. So I'll just refresh your memory in case. No, it's not that one. It's that one, isn't it? Okay. There. So we've got 32% the red, 30% blue, green 21, and black and white 15. I'm not sure whether many people would be familiar with the black and white, actually. So there you are. That's the result of the poll. Now, underrated Elvis song, chosen by Brent. Brent, yes, if you're still in the house, I've chosen the one that you've chosen, and it's Love Me, Love the Life I Lead. Okay. And words and music by Tony Macaulay and Roger Greenaway. Recorded on Friday, May 21st, 1971 at good old RCA Studio B. The last day of a 7-day recording session. First released on Elvis Fool album. Okay. July 16th, 1973. And let's have a look at the recording data. He did 12 takes, and only 1, 2, 3 of them looks like they were complete. The others were either just disregarded, not completed, or they were long false starts. And brass and strings were overdubbed on June the 21st. And after the 12 takes, Felton Jarvis suggested Elvis recut his vocal later, but as we know now, he never did. Elvis seems to strain in parts of the song. He was fighting a cold during part of this recording session. However, the vocal strain being one element in Elvis's vocal arsenal to make him sound a little desperate when he thought the song and lyrics called for it. I've always admired this song immensely, and it certainly deserves much more attention than it has actually received. Elvis's rendition of it was splendid, passionate and sincere. And Brent said, "Love me, love the life I lead, teeming with dramatic flair, some rockin' 70s melancholia, along with an anthem of non-compromise, makes this quite the listening experience." I'll put a link below, obviously, for that in case you're unfamiliar with Love Me, Love the Life I Lead. You can, of course, send in your suggestions for the things we cover most weeks, which is things like the underrated song. We're not doing the Photoshops anymore, but if you've got any horrible Photoshops that you've come across, send me in the original and then the Photoshop. Smoking Hot photos. We're going to do the Smoking Hot photo in a minute. Songs you wish Elvis had sung live. Or on the piano, got it on the piano during a live concert, sat down and sung it. Funny caption photos, or you can suggest a topic for discussion. You can email me those suggestions to elvistheultimatefanchannel@gmail.com, or you can put them on the Discord channel as well. I will just take out a second. Bottom right hand corner, you'll see the graphic there showing you that you can subscribe and click the bell and turn it black. There's a subscribe button below this this video, and click the bell and click the all notification bell, not just personalized. Now we have this.
Hidden Elvis, fourth and final clue.
Hidden Elvis, fourth and final clue. Now, if I give you this, certified gold on July 15th, 1999. I'm looking now in the chat. Does anybody know what the Hidden Elvis is this week? Clue number 1 was fourth. Clue number 2 was 2 recording sessions. Clue number 3 was Jim Reeves session. And I've just given you Hidden Elvis, clue number 4, certified gold on July 15th, 1999. Have I got you? I think I have. Karen Armstrong says not a clue. Okay, I'm going to give you the... he'll have to go, no idea. Okay, little conversation. Amanda says... question marks. Okay. Right, I'm going to give you a clue, right? So, fourth, 2 recording sessions, Jim Reeves session, and certified gold on July 15th, 1999. It's an album. It's an Elvis album. Okay. If I don't get an answer in the next couple of seconds, I'm going to tell you how I arrived at it and what it was. I'm stuck. A little less conversation. Maybe I should make these, welcome to my world. Maybe I should make these Hidden Elvis a little bit easier, maybe. Maybe I've been a bit too clever this week. I thought the Jim Reeves session would have given it away. Solitaire. Okay, so I'll elaborate on clue number 1. Clue number 1, which was fourth, okay, was his 4th studio album. The album was done over 2 recording sessions. One in March, one in April. Rebel Vegan says, I'm not going to guess. Power of My Love. Okay. Clue number 3, Jim Reeves session. Before Elvis arrived at Studio B. Well done. Brent, Elvis is back. Well done. Yeah, the Jim Reeves session, I was going to just about to say, was the band and everybody, all the personnel that were doing this, Ruth Daniel says Elvis is back, they were told they were doing a Jim Reeves session, not an Elvis Presley session, to try and keep it under wraps, because with Elvis just coming out of the army, all America was Elvis crazy. And number 4, certified gold on July 15th, 1999, Elvis is back. And Karen says, good job, Brent. Yes. And Tanya says, I'm a million miles away, Steve. Rebel Vegan says, Ian says Elvis is back. Well done, Ian. Yeah. Brent was the first one to get it, though. I think when I said 2 recording sessions, one in March and one in April, I think that probably edged it for Brent. Bossa Nova Baby says, no Jim Reeves song on Elvis is back. No, what it was the personnel that were doing the sessions, they were told that it was a Jim Reeves session. Vincenzo says, Steve, I'm surprised Chara wasn't on the list. Oh, that was the top 10 movie songs. Okay, yeah. Pat Shepard says, Jim Reeves threw me. I thought it might throw some people, actually. Karen says, Brent is an EP expert. He certainly is. Yeah. It was his 4th studio album. It was over 2 recording sessions. They thought they were doing a Jim Reeves session, and it was certified gold on July 15th, 1999. Next week's Elvis, Hidden Elvis, might be a little bit simpler. Maybe maybe I just made it a little bit too difficult. Right, so we've got the smoking hot photo, and it's this one. The after performance party, we see at the end of That's the Way It Is, Elvis, That's the Way It Is. We see it briefly, and there it is. What do you think of that, ladies?
Oh, he's so hot.
Yes, certainly is. Now, what is that? There it is. Okay. So yeah. Yes, there he is, says Pat Shepard. He didn't use a zipper. Thud, thud, thud. That's the leather outfit he wore in the 68 comebacks. No, it's not. It's similar, but it's not. Vincenzo. It's not as far as I know. It isn't anyway. Susan says, you are very Elvis knowledgeable, Brent. Yes, he is. Kathleen says, smoking hot. Yes, he certainly is.
Oh, he's so hot.
Bossanova says, so tempting to go and rub his chest. Yeah, it looks too shiny to be the one from the 68, and also it hasn't got the same sort of pockets and beading on it. So similar, but not the one. Yeah. He looks delicious, says Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Right. So I love that picture, says Susan Branson. Yes. It's a bin liner suit. Yeah, it does remind me a bit of a bin liner, actually. It's a raincoat. Yeah. But he did look absolutely stunning in it. So that's it again for another week. Thanks to Dave and Chris for moderating. Thanks to all the callers. Really enjoyed the callers this week. I hope you enjoyed my top 10 Elvis movie songs. And don't forget, if you're watching this on Catch Up, you can leave yours below or your comments. Until next week, Al, take it away.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.